All right, y'all. So this gonna be a current energy reading for April of 2026. Yeah, make sure y'all give the video a like, subscribe to the channel. If y'all enjoy the content, I will have a donations link in the description box below. So let's go ahead and see what's going on for the current energy for today. All right, so we have the Seven of Wands. It's giving the vibes of a defensive position. So some of you out there definitely have a strong defensive position when it comes to a situation, and you're not backing down. That's all about the pic that's been depicted with the man standing up like this, and they have wands at the bottom of his feet that's trying to come up all up in his boundaries. And that right there has been depicted as a card of someone standing their ground, could also be a feminine. Someone may also be trying to do something in order to try to have you falsely accused of doing things that you're not doing on an inappropriate level with the Seven of Wands energy, and you're protected from that. What's the current energy for today? Whoever you are, you definitely have a strong, powerful defense here. And other people can know that you ain't backing down. Okay, so apparently there's a problem. People may be there to assist you with this problem rather than sit there and ignore it. Yeah, well, whatever this is, it has to be. Hold on. That's the first time that energy comes out through the cards that intense. There's something wrong. I don't get like a bad energy from it, but there's definitely something wrong. The Fool reverse, the Seven of Cups reverse, whatever this is being seen through. There's a clearing of smoke screens and illusions with the Seven of Cups reverse, Ten of Swords reverse, Ten of Pentacles. Okay, so this is connected to some form of slander, stalking, aggressive stalking, and abnormal behavior involving a public setting. But the Ten of Pentacles is in the upright with the Ten of Swords reverse. So it's turning out that these individuals in this Ten of Pentacles, which could be several different parties that may be taking part in stalking, are not victims at all. And this is what's being seen through. And this is where this money is being accumulated from off of false investigations and harassment when it comes to a bunch of unnecessary aggressive stalking with the messenger error reverse. And these individuals that are engaging in these practices and acts here are not victims. They're not being victimized, but there's something being manipulated in order to try to portray themselves out to be victims while victimizing someone else. Some of them may be unaware of them being brainwashed into doing this because what they're doing is engaging in something that is illegal. Justice. All right, so a situation could be being made right. Libra energy. There's something that's going to be made fair and balanced. I'm also getting there. Some of these individuals catching these individuals in a lie too. Laws catching somebody, a lot of individuals in some lies here. What it looks like. Whoever originally started this slander is going to get caught in their lies with the Page of Swords reverse. Yeah, Wheel of Fortune reverse. So some of you out there has definitely been delayed of your justice, being treated fairly by the law. Okay, so this is a pattern that has been noticed when it comes to that. Someone trying to forcefully hold you back with trying to play victim, but yet that's being seen through with the Seven of Cups reverse. Some of these individuals don't even believe in that. I'm also getting that some of the individuals that took part in investigating that has seen the truth for what it is, that you don't fit the description on what someone tried to make you out to be this whole time. But why is the delays continuing? That's the thing. That's what people are questioning. What is these individuals doing to continue with this delay? You're already being seen that you're not victimizing anybody, and these individuals aren't a victim. Why is something continuing with no closure? Oh, so there's some investigators that question these individuals' motives. Why are you not bringing closure and clarity as to say, hey, look, this is over. There's nothing on you, and to give you some form of reward or compensation. There's a problem here because that's the way it's going to successfully be closed out. Because this has been going on for a long time with the Wheel of Fortune reverse. I'm gonna tell you why they don't want to close the cycle because they want to continue to run this to accumulate currency off of it. With false investigate, nah, that's bullshit. This is gonna end. This is gonna end. Nah, the innocent people will not be having their Fourth Amendment violated of unreasonable searches and seizure upon their person or property, or the 14th Amendment violated of abuse of due process. All right, so apparently someone has their foot down. As I say, that if this person don't like it, then they can leave. They can leave. If they don't like that these individuals are agreeing to no longer continue with something, even though it's been delayed this long, then they can leave. Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, someone's manipulating something. Someone's manipulating something in order to get you slandered. This is an ongoing problem here of manipulation, deceit, illusions, lies. Queen of Pentacles, Virgo, Gemini energy, Six of Cups, the Two of Pentacles, the Ace of Cups, Nine of Pentacles reverse, and the Emperor reverse. Someone's being seen to be trying to get in the way of a new beginning or your love life. That's what this is all pertaining to. There's nothing but scheming, scamming, exploitation, and trafficking that was built off of doing this to someone with a Nine of Pentacles reverse. It's also been seen that this individual has been manipulating something over and over and over and over and over with the help of other people to try to prevent somebody from being a dad or a mom. But yet, this is someone that's a parent that's engaging in this practice of exploitation, trafficking. Ma'am or sir, you're unfit and mentally incompetent enough to even be around youngins to start with for committing this type of violations and activity. You deserve to be locked up. And every last one of your buddies that condoned this activity, y'all all deserve to be locked up. You're not a fit parent to start with to sit here and do this over and over and over and over and over to try to prevent somebody from being a dad or a mom. But this is the activity that's connecting this ever directly to this activity here with the Nine of Pentacles reverse. So you mean to tell me they're fit enough to be a parent? Indeed not. This person will not be manipulated out of being a father figure or a mother figure. You will not control things, and you will not continue to have this individual's rights obstructed or violated due to the things that keeps being done to them to violate and obstruct their justice and their rights. If you think you have some covert protection in this justice system with the justice card being there to manipulate things, that protection has been identified as illegal protection to obstruct someone's justice. These are unlawful proceedings that don't even resonate with any form of lawful practice to even engage in. This can also be seen as operating as a family business, and anybody that's not a relative of this system is being treated highly unfairly. So, therefore, it's going to draw attention to these individuals thanks to you. And thanks to these other practices that has been done with other people. Something's coming out about how a system here with the Justice card and the Ten of Pentacles, this is a family operating a system, and anybody that's not family to them are being treated unfairly. They're being set up, and they're making money off of these individuals. This is just asking for the DOJ and the FBI to investigate that, bro. It's like there's a huge magnetic force that is pulling these agencies close to this system to get it down to all this information and to reveal what they're really doing and who they're really working for and serving, because it ain't the citizens of this community. The citizens that's not family with them. You think that's fair treatment? How are people gonna have proper justice served when they're only serving oneself, one another? It makes it better if other people, multiple people that's not connected to these individuals have complained to the FBI and the DOJ. Because the more people you get complaining about this, the more it's going to accumulate of the power and strength of evidence. I'm getting the DOJ may be bringing change. Department of Justice. Oh, so other people has reported that this institution has been aggressively engaging in stalking them, being followed. There's multiple reports from the same area that has came into either the DOJ or the FBI in regards to these individuals committing the same type of practice on them, but it may be, it's like it gives off an illusion as if it's an isolated incident because nobody is coming forward to collaborate or to group up together within this setting in order to all bring awareness to it within a group effort to take this down. But all they gotta do is go through their records and see how many other people has reported that hey, they're being stalked, they're being treated unfairly. They're trying to paint them out to be a bad father figure or a bad mother figure, when in reality they're not one of them at all. There's a lot of favoritism and bias here, bias energy, a lot of manipulation. I'm also getting with the Ten of Pentacles. These individuals may be agreeing to something that's telling me that they could possibly or be ordered by a judge, a federal judge, not local or state judge. I mean, it could be a state judge. Or hell, it could be a local for some of y'all, local judge, city judge for some of y'all. With this all right here, there's some money that's gonna have to be paid to you of compensation because of this being done. The Ten of Pentacles give me the vibes of like a settlement energy. Okay, so someone may want to agree to end this conflict out and to just agree to pay some form of settlement, like a settlement. I'm getting a lingering energy in the background. The DOJ is watching these individuals' motives toward you and seeing what they're doing, and they're not doing anything right. They're doing only right. It's like they're doing wrong things to you while providing the opposite people with what they shouldn't have, which are benefits off of that with a Nine of Pentacles reverse. There's somewheres, brother. DOJ is somewheres watching what is going on within this public setting. Who's being treated a different way than what they shouldn't? They should all be treated fairly and equally. But they're the main ones that's gonna make sure that this is balanced the way it should be. The DOJ knows that a local institution is trying to block and obstruct your justice with doing this shit to you. What it looks like. There could be other people, but their main focus could be on the severity of a situation involving you because of who you are. Like you stand out, you have a very different presence about you, like you stand out amongst a lot of individuals. And the way that you stand out, you're doing the right thing. And this is drawing a lot of attention upon these individuals for doing something to you. They're not gonna block and obstruct shit when it comes to them getting involved because this is United States level here with the Justice card. Department of Justice, that's on the United States level. So these individuals can't do nothing. They're not about to sit there and block your justice with a four of Pentacle reverse. I'm getting something very significant. The DOJ has uncovered the fact that these individuals are obstructing someone's justice, blocking it, and manipulating something in order for something to keep on taking place, involving scamming, scheming, exploitation, trafficking, a lot of deceitful activities being done in order to accumulate currency with a non-pinnacle reverse. And this is all being done off of manipulation. They also possibly are aware of a business being ran with a Ten of Pentacles. A business that's being ran that may look legitimate, but it's really not. It's a front. It's a front. They also may be investigating some neighborhood watch. There's something very significant about a neighborhood watch that could be on an investigation, but I'm getting that this is all closing up, closing in. Like the cycle is wrapping up. Even though the Wheel of Fortune's in reverse, I'm gonna tell you why it's wrapping up because it's been being done for a long time. And there's a specific neighborhood watch group that is drawing negative attention upon themselves by engaging in this stalking bullshit with its page of sword reverse. That these individuals over here, the DOJ has gotten suspicions from. Like there's nothing but suspicions surrounding that because of what they're doing. It sounds like to me the DOJ is going to be indicting a group of traffickers that's connected to that with a nine of pinnacle reverse. Why is the DOJ energy coming off very heavily? That could be the Department of Justice. Because of something being held up way too long. Someone manipulating the narrative about something that you're not, or a few other people could be going through the same thing, but you may not be aware of it. But still, though, they're aware of it. Apparently, they are. They're aware of these individuals manipulating narratives that don't even fit a description of who you are or who other people are. If this is something pertaining to you, yeah, your civil rights have definitely been obstructed and manipulated due to manipulation of narrative. And this is how they're able to manipulate narratives by working together while outcasting people that's not family to these individuals. That's how this is working here. Clarify that. Clarify the patient man reverse. The Ace of Wands. Okay, so they're definitely manipulating some narrative in regards into something X-rated. This could be something engaging in X-rated acts. And there's a narrative being manipulated around that. Some of you could be a man, don't have to be, or you could be a feminine. Oh, so that would be connected to this nine of Pentacle reverse, which is X trafficking. It's the S blank X. Clarify that. The Four of Swords reverse. There's something that could be going on here in regards into the Four of Swords is all about, could be interpreted as, on a rare occasion, that could be interpreted as a coffin. like something that's laid to rest. But with the four sword reverse, there's something that could be coming out here about these individuals doing something related to a graveyard or a corpse. This is nasty. What if these individuals got some information on that, bro? This is nasty. What is occurring at a graveyard or something involving a corpse with the four swords reverse? This could be abuse of a corpse. Hold on, let me go look up that information because that's a felony. There's something very significant about a graveyard or a corpse that could be under scrutiny right now because of the praxis that are taking place at this location. Hold on, y'all. Go look that up. What is the title of this section? What is the title and section of abuse of a corpse? All right, the title is this is a revised code. Hold on. Okay, so this right here, hold on. It says an abuse of a corpse charge is a criminal offense involving an unauthorized, disrespectful, or offensive treatment of a human body. It covers actions like disturbing, mutilating, or improperly disposing of remains, often classified as a misdemeanor or felony, depending on the state, with over 27 states treating it as a felony. It's improper storage, unauthorized treatment, poking, handling, or discrediting a deceased person's body. The improper storage would be allowing bodies to decompose in an unclean or unsecured areas, funeral home negligence. It says illegal disposition, transporting a body out of state illegally or improper burial, desecration, however you say that word, vandalizing a grave or disturbing a burial site. And it says synonyms and related terms. It says gross abuse of a corpse, mutilation of a corpse, illegal disinterment. But this is on a felony level, bro, with this four sword reverse here. I mean, I'm not gonna really be too specific or detailed, but put these cards together. You have this right here, right? The four sword reverse, which would be what I just read out. Then you have this right here, X-rated activity. These fuckers are nasty. Whoever is doing this to somebody, these individuals are fucking nasty. Clarify that. Nine of Cups reverse. Some of you out there could have experienced symptoms of not really depression. Now, keep in mind, I'm not a psychiatrist or a physician. Some of you could have experienced symptoms of being down. Like you'll just have episodes of crying out of nowheres. You be sad. Some of you could be energetically sensitive to energies that's around you in your surroundings. Not meaning that you're a sensitive person, but if you're an empath, you're gonna be able to sense when something is wrong in your surroundings. And you could have had several episodes to where you just had crying spells out of nowheres. This is why. This is why. Because of someone doing something, abusing a corpse, or someone doing something in order to try to. There's something going on right here with a. It's like a spiritual manipulation thing to try to. This is weird. Someone's sitting there trying to project their soul within the gone, within the one that's gone, and trying to lift the soul out of that. to swap this on a spiritual level in order to affect you. Clarify that. The Eight of Pentacles. There's something basically going on when it comes to someone trying to manipulate a narrative in regards to either a graveyard or a corpse here. And there's something that's being done that's X-rated connected to that. And these same individuals that has been connected to this cycle to be doing this to you has been seen to be involved around a graveyard setting or a corpse setting. And yet these are the same individuals that's trying to play a victim. What is this that the DOJ may be seeing straight through that they have clarity on? Look at that ritual abuse. Oh, so they could be investigating some cult praxis. The severity of forbidden rituals being done. This is illegal cult practice. Like this is not protected under the First Amendment, especially when they're abusing a corpse or doing something involving a graveyard. This is illegal. This is a felony. What is this that the DOJ may be having clarity and a realization about? If that's them. A Queen of Wands. Yeah, these satanic people. Uh-huh. These individuals that are satanic, Six of Pentacles. They apparently they have a lot of clarity on trafficking, human trafficking. There's something very significant about animal abuse to animal cruelty. This has been a card that's been depicted as two people that's chained, and the devil is on top of that. And they have two people that's chained right there underneath it. So that could be related to torture, abuse of nature, crime against nature, crime against humanity, crime against nature. Four of Wands reverse. Okay, so they got clarity on what a neighborhood is engaging in. So apparently this is a public practice, ain't it? With the Four of Wands reverse. There's somebody that's in charge with having this done to someone or several of people. They definitely have observed racism. They're aware of racism. Message of Earth reverse. Okay, so they are aware of these individuals practicing forbidden rituals with the Page of Pentacles reverse. And there's something that's being done involving animals that's going to identify it as crime against nature or humanity with the Devil card. There's something else that they have observed with the Six of Pentacles. Their perception of the situation is someone is behind the scenes paying for this to be done. Some of these older adults are being seen to be talking to children, coaching them into doing things this way. Four of Pentacles. There's a lot of secrecy. So the DOJ, I almost want to say the FBI. So the DOJ and the FBI is aware of a hell of a lot of secrecy that's connected to these practices being done. Tower reverse. There's something that don't want to be exposed about an abandoned place. There's something that don't want to change either with the Tower reverse. Three of Swords. So this could be connected and related to a situation regarding someone's ex. The Sun reverse. So yeah, there's something that they're trying to keep in the dark here about what is being done to manipulate things in regards to a lot of forbidden practices. This is definitely forbidden. This is hurting people too. Ace of Swords reverse, oppression. There's some perverted activity that is being done. Three of Cups reverse, Knight of Cups reverse, and a Four of Swords reverse again. There's something that these individuals keep on engaging in regards like this could be someone's son. They keep on gathering up together in order to commit perverted activities to harm people with the Three of Swords. Starting trouble with a Knight of Cups reverse, a lot of fraud, a lot of abuse taking place with the Devil card. Someone on a fake page that may be using someone's identity, like someone on a fake page that is relentlessly engaging in conversations while trying to keep somebody held back. While this individual has already painted this individual out to be a bad person or a predatory or to be committing some type of predatory activity, but this is the one that has been doing this to this individual that is trying to cloak themselves in this innocent person's energy while engaging in conversations to manipulate youngins into engaging in devil worshiping practices or doing things to harm this individual's reputation. So they're being seen to be oppressing these individuals and intimidating them in a way. And this could come across as giving these individuals gifts. Bro, this individual sit there bribing children. There's an older woman somewhere that is being seen to be doing that. And with that four of wands being in reverse, this is what all this is connected to. So these individuals could continuously hold someone up and hold someone back. While these individuals are, they may not even be aware that they're engaging in dark practices, bro. This right here should be stopped because this is being done within a lot of individuals in regards to a neighborhood with the four of wands reverse. This is hurting these people. While this is hurting this individual's reputation. So the DOJ is aware of children being manipulated, abused, and there's some form of intimidation from an older woman or possibly several other people that are unfit parents that are coaching these individuals to engage in these practices due to what somebody wants this neighborhood to do to someone. And this is what they don't want to change with the tower reverse. Someone's ex is definitely being used that's connected to this or could have been used at one time that could have affected this individual. So they could be aware of this. This may be affecting this individual's ex. And there's something that's relentlessly trying to keep a few individuals as enemies to one another, but in reality, it's somebody else that's the original enemy that is hurting these people, that's doing that to them. Something's coming out about how these individuals are coaching these individuals to engage in slander ritual abuse, defamation of character ritual abuse, and to practice this in a public setting. This is a ritual. This is a ritual. To lie, to have someone defamated, to have someone scapegoated, even though the judgment card is not here in reverse, that would represent scapegoating energy. But this right here is all about the half human, half goat with the devil card. Therefore, it's going to represent bafflement. I don't know if y'all out there are familiar with this. So this is definitely sickening what these individuals are fucking doing, involving a neighborhood setting. Didn't I tell y'all earlier with that Ten of Pentacles and that Magician being in reverse? There's something not right about a neighborhood setting. This is what's behind this. This right here. This is what's doing that. Why I channeled that energy earlier. This is why. These individuals are on their device, bro, carrying their cell phone, because that's the Page of Pentacles reverse. That could be interpreted as a phone, sitting there lying. Someone has this forcefully controlled this way for this to take place. And yes, these individuals could have possibly been given money or any form of gifts, or it could be to the extent of candy with the Six of Pentacles. But yet somebody is trying way too hard to act like they're not the problem when it comes to this situation. Someone's trying to act way too much, like it's like they're way too nice. DOJ knows who you are that's doing this to these individuals. They know exactly who you are, what you're about, and what you're doing involving a neighborhood watch group. And these individuals are being manipulated and controlled and are doing shit that's highly inhumane, that are on felony levels. This is felony offenses, what you get these individuals to engage in. They may be investigating a female cult leader, what it looks like, or a witch. They are aware of a older woman that's a female, that's a witch, that are harming children. And this witch has a whole neighborhood with the Four of Wands reverse under mind control. She has this whole Four of Wands reverse with disapproval of community setting, to have someone disapproved. And this is what's going on within that setting because of a witch or a cult leader. It's either one of the two. That's a female. With that justice card that came out early, even though it was in an upright position, that could be the DOJ. Because I'm getting their energy from the justice card, not these individuals. They're gonna they could be identifying a female official that's in that energy. She's not disguised at all. And anybody else that's connected to this bullshit with harming people, harming animals, and harming these youngins, you're not hiding. You're not hidden. And no, you're not going to sit there and defamate an innocent person's character or defamate other people's character that are actually innocent because you're a racist piece of shit. You don't like people because of what their skin tone is, but yet you don't know nothing about the soul. This is what the DOJ has a perception of right now. If they're observing this situation, this is what's wrong with a neighborhood. This right here. Someone could be targeting a masculine to try to make a masculine look like a pervert or to try to make them look like a predator. But this is a predator female that's in this masculine's energy that's doing this. There's other people that's connected to that. It's like a third party interference with the Four of Wands reverse. Someone is behind the scenes controlling this to make sure this is done this way. Let's go ahead and expose who the real pervert is, who the real predator is. Who is this? So they may be aware of a man being targeted that way, or could be vice versa. Who's the main one that's being seen in a negative light? Someone got a whole neighborhood under mind control, oppressive forces to get them to engage in lying, and a lot of other abusive practices that violate the law. That's on a felony level. Who is this that's being seen in that light? Two of Pentacles reverse, Five of Cups reverse, the end in reverse, Ten of Pentacles Hierophant, Eight of Wands, Nine of Wands reverse. Look, the Father's coming up in reverse again. This could be some unfit parents. Sagittarius, Message of Water reverse, and the Justice card with the Six of Swords at the bottom. So we have Pisces, Aries, Sagittarius, Scorpio, Taurus, Libra. The same individuals that are wealthy. These people are wealthy. The same individuals that are friends with each other. Okay, so it's the public. It's the public. This is not just one person. This is a lot of people. Damn, so they're all exposing themselves. There's that Ten of Pentacles again, even though it's in an upright position. Still, though, these are people that are friends with each other, that are family with each other. It's a lot of them. It's a lot of them. Give me a closing message for this reading. Knight of Pentacles reverse, irresponsibility. Okay, so there's a cycle that's closing involving false investigations. King of Pentacles reverse. So there's an extortionist that you're gonna be freed from. A King of Swords. High Priestess. Some of you out there could be a Pisces, Virgo, Aquarius, Leo, Scorpio, Taurus. Nine of Swords reverse. So there's an end into a cycle of a lot of stress, a lot of dark energy. Five of Swords reverse. Okay, so there's an end into conflict. Eight of Wands. Okay, Judgment reverse. Okay, I said this earlier, Judgment reverse. Even though I didn't pick that up in the last cards that I pulled, there's a scapegoating energy again. Sound like to me a King of Swords is taking the blame for something. For allowing an extortionist to abuse their power and position of authority to have someone falsely accused of shit that they're not doing, to have them put on a false investigations. A King of Swords is taking a blame for that. There's an authority figure, so someone could walk away. The Star. If some of you out there, for a rare percentage, if you're a public figure that's a psychic, you will be able to walk away. This problem will leave with an Nine of Swords reverse. Your intuition could have helped you. You could be Aquarius or a Pisces or Virgo. Your intuition has helped protect you. That's for a rare percentage of y'all because there's only so many people within a divination community. Or hell, you could be part of the a psychic community where you just use your channeling abilities. Like you don't have to read divination. You could just be a channeler, a medium, and you could be in the public eye. You're gonna be able to walk away from this situation to a pinnacle diverse, the Ace of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups, with the Four of Pentacles at the bottom. So there's a situation closing out with a lot of hostility ending, a lot of mental conflict and chaos are also leaving. And some of you, your biggest wish fulfillment was for this cycle to close out. It look like to me you're getting your wish fulfillment because they have an authority figure over here that disagrees with you being targeted this way and to have your reputation tarnished this many times of an extortionist threatening your freedom. We're trying to relentlessly and forcefully have you scapegoated for things that you're not doing. This King of Swords knows a lot about these false allegations. He don't believe in none of that. That's why the cycle is closing. He could care less what this King of Pentacles got to say. He's the one that's in charge. A King of Swords said enough is enough. He don't care what the senators got to say about it. The cycle's done. It's over. You're not going to sit there and paint somebody out to be a bad person when they're not. When this is the shit that has been being done to this individual and all to try to get in the way of what they're doing that conflicts with this individual's freedom, their Fourth Amendment, being seen to be oppressing and obstructing this individual's First Amendment of their right to freedom of religion and belief. Like this is all while this is being done because someone has a difference. Then I tell y'all earlier that someone stands out. This is why. Some of you, you don't have to be an intuitive person. You could just be someone that's creative. You have a very creative way about the way that you create things. This could be writing. This could be drawing, painting. This could be decorating something. You just have a difference about you that stands out. You're exercising your First Amendment, what you believe in. And what you believe in is protected under the First Amendment. Some of you could be seen, if this the public eye, you could be seen on social media. You're not violating any law, but someone is repetitively in the background trying to make something out to be something that it's not, to try to get you as if you're doing something to violate it and all to relentlessly obstruct your First Amendment to get in the way of what you're doing or what you're really good at. And to try to prevent you from being in a successful connection to where eventually it leads to a marriage. There's someone that sees the potential of what you're really about. They see your potential. Sound like to me, you're not going to sit there and be involved with any of this situation anymore of someone trying to hold you back or cause nothing but harass. Like this is harassment ending too with the Five of Swords reverse. A lot of harassment is ending. This is walking away. This right here makes it easier on this King of Swords energy because if you are a public figure, they know exactly what you do for your job. And you're seen over the internet with the world. So they have the ability to observe that. And it's like whatever you do over the internet involving this public position, someone's trying to obstruct that with something that don't even resonate with what it's like a conflicted energy here that's repetitively trying to get in the fucking way of what you're doing, and they're not going to be able to do it anymore. So this conflicting energy of trying to set up and set up and set up, set you up and set you up and set you up, that shit's over. King of Swords said enough is enough. Cycle's closed. You're protected from that. And I'm also getting any further allegations will not be, what is that? What's that word I'm looking for? Any further allegations will not be valid. Sorry to me, this King of Swords from the DOJ is about ready to put an extortionist in prison for doing this. With the Five of Swords reverse, so you can move the fuck on. Let me tell you something, brother. DOJ don't give a fuck about who you think you are, what you think you're gonna run. You're not gonna violate USCs. You understand me? You're not gonna violate titles and sections under the United States Code. You understand that? You're not. All right? Do you know what not United States codes are? Do you know what that is? Do you know what title sections and United States codes are? Take your bullshit scapegoating and take whoever you are and what these individuals are that's been engaging in that and go somewhere else. Live your life. Get a life. You don't like what someone's doing? Move your ass then. You're not going to sit there and continue and continue and continue to run false investigations, to have this individual set up, to keep trying to set them up because of what they're doing to exercise their First Amendment. That's bullshit. And when the King of Swords has his foot down, this could be his energy. He may not sound like this, but he's irritated. There's an authority figure that's irritated at this King of Pentacle reverse because that's an extortionist. That's a corrupt piece of shit that don't want to get the fuck out of someone's energy and leave them alone with false allegations. If this King of Pentacle reverse thinks that he could try to run another organization to get them to do shit to this person, King of Swords got news for him. And whoever else is connected to him, you're not gonna be running shit that way. They got real criminals out there that you can investigate all day, every day. You're not going to be harassing or putting an innocent person under a false investigation to obstruct the Title 18 USC Section 242 deprivation of rights due to color of law violation. Not going to happen. You don't like what the Senator does for their public position? Carry your ass, bruh. If the FBI or the DOJ don't have a problem with what they're doing, because they would have already been to the individual's residence if they was violating the law. But apparently they're not. Whoever this piece of shit King of Pinnacle Diverse is, move your ass. Because they're gonna make you move. They're gonna force you out this individual's energy. Watch. You and the rest of your buddies that think that this is okay to do this to somebody. No, you're not, dude. You ain't even in a federal position to start with to even make any decision when it comes to someone that's higher than that, that's higher than a local or state position to sit there and to intervene. Yo, hold on a minute. There's a King of Swords that may not sound like that, but he's angry. Could be a Libra man. It could possibly be a Libra man. Yeah, it's a Libra. It's a Libra. Oh, this Libra man pissed off at the fact that this abuser, extortionist, has tried to get his organization to look bad by getting one of his people that work inside his organization to do this, to commit these practices while taking advantage of somebody in his organization. Hmm. I'm gonna tell you right now, bro. If this keeps on continuing, then everybody could get indicted for that. And it sounds like to me there's a king of swords that's not gonna sit there and put up with that. He knows that this is bullshit about somebody with a judgment reverse. That's why he's taking the blame for it. What is this king of swords energy towards this kingpin in reverse? Why am I getting that this king of swords is fired up right now? He ain't gonna have his detective sitting there looking into an innocent person due to what this piece of shit keeps on trying to engage the neighborhood to do to somebody, apparently. That's what he has a problem with. Fuck that. Why am I getting the energy that this King of Swords is furious right now? Because someone can't walk away. Someone don't want to leave someone alone. Five of Swords reverse. Oh, so he's angry at tyrants. So this King of Swords knows all about tyrants that are connected to this. Everything that was said about an innocent person is fit the description of tyrants, officials, crooked authority figures. Uh-huh. This King of Swords got a lot of information on that. Sagittarius. He knows about a Sagittarius. He knows about a Cancer. He knows that someone's intuition has been on point. Seven of Pentacles. Because he knows what these individuals are doing to this individual right here. Oh, so for a very few percentage of y'all, you remember how this card came up earlier with the star card? A King of Swords knows something about a high priestess. That could be a psychic that's going through that. This psychic keeps on being terrorized and followed and harassed with his Six of Swords reverse. And in reality, the ones that are committing these crimes are crooked authority figures that's doing that to this person. The truth is out though with the moon reverse. There ain't nothing hidden about that. Eight of Swords. Because these individuals could be manipulating something in regards to restraints. Six of Cups. Queen of Wands reverse. Okay, so you got two of them right here. Two authority figures, huh? The Emperor and the Four of Pentacles reverse. Because he's catching two authority figures that has been relentlessly doing something to hold this individual back and to keep on causing them problems and issues. One of these individuals are employed within his organization. Yeah. And it's also been exposed to this King of Swords that in the past, this person was possibly connected to a cancer with the moon reverse. Therefore, prove this individual's innocence. There's something that could be going back to the year of 2023, 2025, 2023, 2025. A King of Swords knows this intuitive person is being fucked with by crooked authority figures that keep trying to hold them back. This ain't hidden. This is exposed. They know who is involved with doing this to this individual. Two of them are coming out in reverse. Two of them. That's why the King of Swords is angry because he knows the truth now with the moon reverse. This person been getting lied on over and 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 over. That's why he's angry. And these individuals are being seen to still not want to leave this person alone. If you're picking up energy of jail in your energy, you keep speaking out about that. Keep speaking out about it. You keep contacting the FBI, DOJ. You keep speaking up about that. Keep on speaking up about it. Even if you don't get an answer, just keep on speaking up. Keep on letting them know. Keep on documenting this activity down and keep on letting them know. Apparently, there's a King of Swords and authority figure somewhere is that does know that's not gaslighting that. He's seen it for himself. He's got information on this too with the moon reverse. There's crimes uncovered here that's linking this to a situation with someone from your past that originally you separated from, but yet something kept on being manipulated in regards into that. Someone's getting exposed in regards to cancer and children. The zodiac sign Cancer, and they have children with the Six of Cups. Yep, clarify that. What is this that's exposed with the moon reverse? King of Cups. Someone's innocence has gotten exposed while someone else was sitting there committing a lot of dirty shit behind the scenes. Exactly. Clarify the Five of Swords reverse. Four of Wands. There's something coming out here about a connection. Someone that someone's in a connection with. They live together. There's something uncovered with these two that live together. Could be these two right here, huh? Two fucking narcs. Could be them, huh? They're gonna take your ass to jail, watch. Take your ass to jail. You're gonna be praying and wishing that the locals or whoever else shows up rather than the Fed. You don't want the Feds to show up, bro. Because you going to the big prison for a long time. This may require a few of them to show up at a couple's house here with the four wands. Bro, some of these individuals can end up getting arrested and fired for doing this to this individual. They're not hiding shit. No, they're not. No, they're not. Apparently, there's a king of swords somewheres that got the information, that got evidence to prove to uncover this right here with the moon reverse. He got the evidence already. That these are two tyrants here that this king of swords is angry at right now. Two tyrants that are in a connection with each other. This is a match. See the club? Then you have a club right here, a club right here. These are narcissists that are in reverse. Two narcs manipulating something in regards to the children. Is there a possibility for these individuals to service a fair time? There's a king of swords apparently that know what's being done to a psychic. That's some bullshit what these individuals are doing to a psychic, bro. Is there a possibility for these individuals to serve fair time? Possibly so. Four of swords is here. That's solitary confinement. They don't even have the privilege to be in general population, bro. Population. Good, yeah, yeah. This ten of swords reverse in a rare occasion can represent their fears coming true. And that would be behind bars with the swords, pinning someone down like that. That would be time behind bars. Even though it's like a dorm, but still though, that's still in a cell to where they can't get out the door. Like they're gonna have to press the button for the buzzer to open that door. Once that door closes, bro, it's over. And that would be the steel bed. That's steel. Go look up that card, the Four of Swords. Steel. It's been depicted as someone laying down on like it looked like a steel something with the window in the back, looked like a prison window. Even though it's been depicted as meditation, that could also represent hospitalization. That could also represent psychiatric ward, like a psych ward, etc. I mean, they could go there too. But the Four of Swords could every now and then represent a long prison sentence. This could be over 40 something years or 14 years doing fed time for 14 years or 44 years. And with the Four of Swords being there, that could represent spending time there until they pass. They will pass there. That would be their final resting place. Fed time. Wow. So they could go there until they pass, bro. Remember how I channeled earlier, like this could be an older woman? They ain't got that much longer left. There's way too much. gruesome things that has been seen here for them not to serve fair time. This right here would be the opposite of a witch, bro. This is dark. This is a very, very, very bad energy surrounding all these other cards here with the Ten of Cups reverse. This is definitely going to affect their family, and they're going to get their children taken away from them. You fucking with a psychic, bro? Keep it up. Keep it up. Keep fucking with an innocent person, especially you got the nerve. You got some nerve to sit there and try to target a psychic. That's your last mistake, bro. You gonna wish you never did that. Let this right here be a warning. Some people don't realize how powerful the Hamza hand is. The Hamza hand is. Don't mess with one of them people, bro. You better leave them alone. They don't bother nobody. They don't care to know any information. They don't know any information unless the Most High provides with information. Somebody's trying to hurt them. But if people are curious, like, oh, do they know a lot about you? No. Somebody trying to fuck with them, and yeah, they're gonna get the information. They're gonna know. But they're just like a normal person out there. Just because they have that psychic side, they're still a human being. Don't screw with them. Everybody has intuition, but this person has their clairs. This is something. This is someone that is able to receive visions, clairaudient downloads, which is psychic hearing, and to locate a problem that is underneath the surface. They can feel energy. They know the vibrations and frequency of energy. And when something is off, they're gonna better to look beneath the surface with their psychic senses to determine and to identify what a problem is. And they will get into the information, bro, and scare the hell out of a lot of people. But from the looks of it, yeah, it's coming out as yeah. That's all about them sensing that trouble is something about them sensing trouble around the corner. This is them going off to federal prison here. That's all about walking away, but that could be interpreted as the van traveling like that a long distance, and they arrive at the Four Swords. That would be federal penitentiary. That would be them getting in the vans, transporting them. This is definitely going to affect their family. That's for damn sure. With a Ten of Cups reversed. And this right here could represent the welfare, the logical meanings. So yeah, the welfare is gonna get involved. They gonna get they gonna get the youngins taken from them. They're not even trusted around their own relative, like their own family members. With the Ten of Cups reversed, like an aunt or uncle or any of them. Uh They may not get in trouble, but they got to go with them. They got to go with like the state. The state's gonna get them. You know, fucked up, bro. You want to do this type of activity, and yet this is shit that you're involved in. You asked for it. You asked for that. Ain't nobody gonna sit there and help you. You had numerous amount of opportunities to do your job the right way, but yeah, this shit that you want to do, and to try to harass somebody, try to get somebody in trouble. Well, there you go. This the consequences right here, laid out in the cards, showing that they are. Yeah, there is a possibility of that. Why would this put them in despair? Exactly. This ain't no fun place to be. Nine of Pentacle reverse, Three of Sword reverse. Let me go ahead and question what would be the reason. See if my cards show it. This can either be a psychiatric psych ward, it's a psych ward, or it could be fed time, or it could be both together. It's like while they're in there, they're gonna have to go through psychiatric treatment because them not being mentally right in the head to do this type of shit. So what would be the reason they would have to serve fed time? We already know why, but I want to see if my cards mirror that back. What would be the reason? Look at that. Don't mess with a psychic, bro. Do not mess with a psychic. The Eight of Cups, because of something that they've been doing at their job for their place of employment. The same cards are coming out because they're out of control with this criminal activity. Something at a long distance. There's something about something being transported on a boat or something, something very significant about water. Four of Pentacles reverse, that could be embezzlement. The Moon reverse, something has been revealed here about how someone's ex is not a victim. Ten of Pentacles, the Ace of Wands, something on an X-rated level that was being done over and over and over and over and over. Four of Cups reverse, Seven of Cups reverse, the Hermit reverse, and the Queen of Cups reverse. Because these individuals doing something in regards to a water sign that may be married, could be a Cancer female at a long distance. These people are connected to a Cancer female at a long distance. It's definitely a Cancer feminine. And there was a hell of a lot of fraud that's connected to that with the Hermit reverse. Relentless false investigations and things was being done connected to that in order for this situation to be manipulated. That's how it was. That's why. There's someone that's at a long distance. Something that's gotten exposed about a Cancer feminine at a long distance. What is that that's exposed with the moon reverse? A Queen of Wands, money. There's something about money. A ending, Scorpio energy. Three of Pentacles reverse, Four of Swords reverse, Temperance reverse, Sagittarius. Something that's off for the Sagittarius here. Knight of Swords reverse, Gemini energy, the Lovers reverse, the Three of Wands, the Patient Man reverse, Pisces energy. This is connected to trafficking. This is exploitation, trafficking. The sun reverse, Leo energy. Message of fire reverse. These individuals, there's messages here connecting these individuals to conversations involving youngins. Six of Swords, and the moon reverse again. This is exposed. And there's something else being exposed about how these individuals are manipulating the narrative to try to have someone's freedom sacrificed. And there's also sacrifices that are being exposed too, with a lot of irresponsibility. There's endings that's being exposed. There's something very nasty and sickening that's being exposed about this energy. Someone's son could have been getting trafficked. Yeah, these individuals definitely doing something nasty and sickening, bro, with this energy in reverse. This caused a lot of uncomfortable feelings to a lot of people. With the temperature reverse, what's the cards of advice? What's the cards of advice? The Hermit. You keep on speaking out and you keep on working with investigators here with the Hermit card. Some of you out there may be an undercover detective. You keep on investigating this. You keep on investigating this shit, and you keep on bringing this to people's awareness. Some of you may be in the same field of this as this Queen of Swords, the King of Swords energy. If you're not an undercover detective, just keep on investigating that, okay? Be very passionate about investigating that and bringing it to these individuals' awareness. Yeah, Knight of Swords reverse. Keep telling these individuals that this is out of control, that you're picking up setup energy. You keep on speaking out about that. Yeah, do not let this rest, bro. Don't let it rest with the Four of Swords reverse. You have this shit looked into until it's ended. Until this fucking extortionist that keeps trying to set you up to look for ways to set you up. Until this ends. Until this ends, then you can rest. You make sure that these individuals are in this extortionist bullshit out because it's in violation of your rights. Nine of Pentacles reverse. Strength reverse. Yeah, keep on standing up against this corrupt institution. The Chariot reverse. Message of Fire reverse. The Eight of Cups reverse. The Fool reverse. And the Ten of Cups reverse. I would not walk away from this situation until these individuals end this the proper way. Because these individuals are not wanting to leave you alone with the Eight of Cups reverse and the Chariot reverse. They're not wanting to leave you alone. So you be very passionate about delivering this information to individuals that can bring an end to it. You make sure that this ends. Someone's watching over towards the Six of Pentacles reverse. and taking notes. That's investigating something and seeing what these individuals are doing with scamming. Something's telling me this could be on the verge of ending because this is extremely corrupt what the fuck these individuals keep doing to you. So how's this person being guided to end this situation out for the cards of advice? Give me a specific detailed message on that. Yeah, work with other people, collaborate with authority figures. Ten of Wands. Yeah, keep on working against this Hierophant reverse. Work against this Hierophant reverse. This corrupt institution. Keep on exposing us to these higher ups. You may be guided to expose a Taurus Cancer, Knight of Swords reverse. The Chariot reverse, definitely a Cancer here. Expose what's being done between a Taurus and a Cancer. These are females here. Five of Cups, the Mother reverse, King of Pentacles reverse, the Magician, Eight of Swords reverse, King of Wands reverse. There's another one in reverse. Yeah, keep on exposing what this institution is doing in regards to someone's connection that may be connected to another situation. The Star. Yeah, keep exposing this. Ace of Cups reverse. Keep exposing this. Because I'm getting that people are going to want to work with you with the Three of Pentacles energy. They're going to actually want to collaborate with you because you're telling the truth. And this going to better set you free from this Eight of Swords energy to where you don't go to jail over what these fuckers keep doing to you. You stay on these individuals and you keep on giving it all you got with the Ten of Wands until this shit ends. You want this shit ended and you deserve every right for this to end. You don't let up until this corrupt institution is confronted and stopped. And I'm getting that there's people that will be more than happy to collaborate with you. I'm getting it person too. I'm also getting there's another thing that's coming through as I say that there's enough exposed about what's being done. Just wait for the blessing to arrive because it's close by. This is already exposed. You mainly already brought it into the situation. Keep pushing through. You're almost to the finish line. This all about almost to the finish line. There's a blessing that's behind that. But protect your energy though at the same time with the Ace of Cups reverse. Protect your energy. I'm getting this has already been exposed with the moon's coming up in reverse again. So that means it's definitely exposed about this corrupt ass situation. About what a neighborhood is engaging in that's connected to all this right here. Yeah, this is already exposed. But you be a guy to keep on pushing through everything because there is light at the end of all this negativity. I'm getting a final ending to this corrupt situation. It's that close, bro. It's that close. Their plans to try to do something to put you in jail, connected to a cancer possibly, that's gotten exposed. That's going to set you free and get something off of you in regards to a restriction here with the Eight of Swords in reverse. This is going to break a restriction off of you and have something dropped with the Two of Wands reverse. Keep it. This has already been exposed. This was the other way. There's two situations here. One of them with another situation, and then they thought they could get something with this situation. Because all this is rooted in together. That was being done this whole time. That plan is failing too. Try to have you put in jail involving a cancer, huh? Good luck. Good luck. You owe a heavy explanation to the DOJ because if they're involved, they know everything of what you've been doing recently connected to this energy right here. You ain't going nowhere with this plan. Take your loss. Because that shit's right around the corner. They could be rounding up searches, like a search warrant. They could be rounding that up right now. Good. Search that institution, bro. Search them. Search 'em. Get in a search warrant, search them. Search 'em. I ain't telling nobody how to do their job. It's just that's my passion side. Get in a sworn affidavit of enough probable cause for federal judge to sign off on it. Search this institution. Search them. May the Lord Jesus' hand guide that judge to sign off on it. That way, proper justice can be served and resolved the way it should be. This give me the vibes of you being guided to block this plan right here and to stay on this all day, every day until the higher ups in that because this is somebody else they're trying to use to try to put you in jail, bro. That shit's gonna end. That shit's gonna end. Watch, watch. Why is a ton of wands here? Yeah, you're definitely being guided to collaborate with other people. You will gladly be helped out too. Because apparently they got information on something else trying to go through and it's like, no, 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 you're not. Why am I getting that this is going to work out just fine with this individual collaborate with a group of investigators here? Because it is Five of Pentacles. Because you've been financially scandalized. This is also going to get these bastards shut down too with the Five of Pentacles. It's going to get them shut down for doing that. That's why. It's going to get the situation shut down. Why is the Five of Pentacles here? Four of Pentacles. Something about embezzlement or like trying to hold you back. That's why it's getting shut down because these individuals trying to hold you back with doing shit in order to try to financially scandalize you, but yet think that they got something on you, but it's them the whole time doing that. And that's what's going to get them in the Five of Pentacles energy. By relentlessly trying to continue to get in the way of your freedom, to obstruct your freedom with nothing but oppressive forces and intimidation under Title 18 USC Section 241 and the 242. We're continuing to obstruct your Fourth Amendment and 14th Amendment. Clarify the Four of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacle diverse. Something about financial irresponsibility. Why is the Two of Wands reverse? Temperance reverse Sagittarius. There's something that these investigators have some information on in regards to a Sagittarius and a Cancer female right now. This is your people right here. Four of Cups reversed. This is something to not ignore. Do not ignore this. Do not ignore this. Six of Swords. Y'all need to move in. Y'all need to move in with the Six of Swords. Y'all need to get the raid agents on this van and move in as quickly as possible. I'm not telling anybody how to do their job. Trust me, I know how to read these energies accurately. It's advisable to get the raid agents in this van as soon as possible and move in. Look at that, as I'm saying, that high priestess, Pisces energy. This is all about a secretive agenda in order to try to obstruct someone's love life and to try to have them in trouble with the law for shit that they're not doing. And also to try to obstruct their public position to get them to look like something that they're not. There's multiple things that's connected to this. This give me the vibes of trust the process. Trust the process that this is moving forward with the Six of Swords. Trust in the process and be patient, but remain detached. Don't expect anything. Just keep on living your life, and it may surprise you one day. I don't fucking know. Don't wait on these individuals either. That's another thing. Don't wait on these individuals to arrive either. Ain't nobody sitting there fucking waiting on shit. You know there's a problem, bro. Do your job the right way. Investigate it, collect evidence, and fucking get something to go through. I'm gonna tell you right now, you ain't sitting back and allowing this individual to be set up again to try to put something else on them when this ain't even the truth. You're not gonna do that to this person, or you could get sued for this federal civil rights lawsuit. There's this fucking gaslighting energy in the background again. Somebody that's in that fucking agency that ain't doing their job the right way. I can sense your energy, bro. I have animal instinctive nature abilities. I know what you are. I know what you're about, and I know what you're doing. You're not getting over on me, dude. You know you won't ever be able to get over on me. Ever. Leave! Leave! You guilty because this shit's resonate with me. That's your problem. You sitting there back like a coward and sitting there watching with a grin on your face because you know this resonates with my situation and you ain't doing your fucking job the right way. That's why the other day, not too long ago, they had some agents that was watching. They wanted to know what your name was that was ignoring my complaints. They got you, bruh. I got your face in my vision, and I'm gonna describe. If these investigators ever question or want to know who you are, I'm gonna deliver my visions of what I get, how your face looks, and who you are, bruh. Because I know exactly who you are. I don't need to sit there and see you in person. You sitting there trying to betray me and let this corrupt organization target my rights and violate my civil rights. I'm gonna get into the information, and I'm gonna see who you are. Not through my tarot cards either, through the Most High giving me intuitive visions and synchronization of numeric codes, angelic codes. Do you know about that? Do you know what 1111 means? Do you know what 111 222 333 444? Do you know what that means? 010101 222 333. Do you know what that means? That's angelic codes that give me spiritual information. And I know how to read into it also. So go ahead and play with me. Try me. You don't want to fuck with no Scorpio's intuition, bro. Because I'm going to tell you right now, we'll become your worst enemy. And we're going to better time mask who you really are beyond the surface level. We know who you are. You're a fucking predator. That's what you are. You're an enemy to this country. I don't like you. I don't like you. I hate you. I don't like you. You one of them rat pieces of shit sitting in these institutions that don't do your job the right way, but got some nerve to sit there on my channel and watch my reading. Watch me sit there and investigate better than you can ever even do it. The problem with you is you fit a description of one of these nasty fuckers that be trying to sit there and violate my rights. That's your problem. I know a lot about you, bro. You sitting there trying to linger my energy and try to get on my bad side. Well, let's get it then. You want to be an enemy? Fuck you then, bitch. Fuck you. Bet you won't do shit to my face. Bet you don't know how to have a conversation. Oh, that's right. Because everything that comes out your mouth is a lie. Just like that whole ass position that you have is a lie. You ain't cut for that position. You're a coward. You're a pussy. You sitting there letting both institutions group up against one man. You a pussy, bro. And you the same piece of shit that sits behind the computer and watches my YouTube channel. When I'm sitting here, some of these situations resonate with me. And you just sit there with a half cocked smile on your face. I'm gonna get rid of that smile. I'm gonna sue you, bro. I'm gonna bring charges up on you. I'm gonna have you identified by people that are higher than you. I'm gonna have you identified. I'm gonna get somebody to sketch out on the paper or to bring up on a computer screen. This is the guy that I keep on channeling that's around my channel that keeps ignoring a major problem involving my situation. I'm gonna have charges brought up on you because of that shit. And all these individuals that sitting in these institutions that are quiet, I'm gonna expose this cult. Two of them, two cult leaders will be exposed down south of Louisiana, operating in two organizations, a female and a male. And you are the piece of shit that's following behind them. You don't want to screw with me, bro. You don't want to screw with me. That's the wrong move to make on a guy like me. Spiritual law outranks all you pieces of shit that think that you got some power. You don't have nothing. You're gonna respect me. You're gonna respect my psychic side. You're gonna respect my clairs. When I get on the phone and I ask one of your people for help, and you sit there and you get my information and you watch my channel, and you don't take care of a major problem for me, I see you as a threat to this country. I don't like you. You deserve to be told about yourself. I love to see this individual face to face and tell him how I really feel about the situation. You would better look at me in my face, bro. You put your head down. I give a fuck less if you 6'4", 6'5". I don't give a fuck who you are. I bet you wouldn't better to look at me in my face. One of these days, you're gonna see me face to face. One of these days, you're gonna see me out there, bro. I know exactly who you are. I know what you look like. God revealed your face to me. That's an authority figure. That's been sit back, allowing me to be betrayed this way. I'm gonna see you out there one day. I'm not gonna approach in a hostile manner, but you're gonna know that hey, this is James. This is the guy that you've been watching on that YouTube channel. This is me. You got something to say? Well, let's have a conversation. Where's that grin at now? What's the matter? You too much of a coward to provide me with protection I'm well deserving of? I got every right to not like this person because of the bad gut feelings that I got several times. That was a heavy feeling of where, bro, you could hardly even stand it. A bad, bad, bad feeling in my stomach as something was being done to me. And ain't nobody took care of the situation properly. This was before the June 2nd of 2025 incident took place. The DOJ is gonna rid you piece of shit out this institution. They're gonna investigate you because not too long ago I felt like they had some agents that was listening to my testimony whenever I was upset. And the energy they had to them was a probing energy, fishing energy. As I say, what's them individuals' name? What's their name? There was a different group of them that was observing one of my live streams, possible on the cyber task force. They had the headphones on, and one of them in there looked like Chris Jericho, like a little bit. That's the vision I got of him. And he was sitting there with his headphones on. He had his raid jacket on. I seen it, bro, plain as day whenever I was outside. I wasn't even reading my cards. I seen the headphone. They had his headphones on, and he had his raid jacket on. And it's like the energy that he tried to send to me was, what is one of those individuals' name that refused to help you? They want to know their name. I can see stuff like that, bro. I can't explain it, but I can see stuff like that. I call it a raid jacket, but it's the FBI jacket. It had the letters on the side of the sleeves like that, and on the back part of it. He was sitting there with his hand on the mouse like that, with his headphones on. Whoever that guy was had my best interest at heart that night. It was a different energy, and there was a few of them that was in that energy. Like it's like in a row like that. They had chair right here, chair right there, chair right there, and a chair right there. It was about like maybe 4 to 8 of them that was in there. The type of energy that I felt, but there was one of them that tried to give me a telepathic message as I say, "What's one of those individuals' name? What's their name?" Let me go ahead and pull some cards on that. The read's over, y'all. Who is this piece of shit that keeps on lingering in the background of my live streams that knows that they're guilty for not helping me the proper way? That's the energy that I channel from that. Who is this? 9 of Pentacles reverse, Knight of Wands reverse, 4 of Cups. Someone that's sitting there that looks stupid. Someone that has been ignoring my complaints and is deliberately working with these individuals right here. A Leo female and a Sagittarius male. Sitting there looking to cause innings for me. And with the 8 of Swords being there, that's all about jail energy, prison energy. That's who this individual is. This is an attacker right here, too, with the 5 of Wands. Are there some legitimate FBI agents aware of my situation that's not corrupt? Or somebody in the DOJ that's legitimate, that's aware of how the severity of my situation personally? 5 of Wands, there's way too much hostility and sneakiness going on with the 7 of Swords. Sound like to me they are aware of what's going on. A lot of witchcraft been taking place too, with the High Priestess reverse. They could have some information on this community being oppressing a certain kind of way with the 4 of Wands reverse and the 8 of Swords. Like this community is controlled with nothing but illusions and deception. They also know about me being held back with the 8 of Swords and the 4 of Pentacles. They know about something being manipulated with this fucked up restraining order, with a lot of things that's irresponsible. They know something, bro, with the 5 of Wands here. There's a lot of hostility here involving public setting with the 4 of Wands reverse. What does a legitimate FBI agent and a DOJ see what a problem is. Like, who is a real problem with this situation? A Queen of Swords reverse. Officials. Officials are the problem. What does the legitimate FBI agents and the DOJ see where the problem is? Like, who's the problem with the situation? King of Swords at the bottom, Eight of Pentacles, Ten of Swords reverse, the lovers. Someone that's in a connection with somebody, Gemini, Sagittarius energy. Seven of Swords, Magician reverse. These manipulators, Leo. King of Cups reverse. Two of Wands. The Nine of Cups. The Ace of Swords. Nine of Wands reverse. The Knight of Pentacles. The King of Wands. And the Ten of Pentacles. The problem is with these individuals sitting there manipulating a connection with a lot of perverted shit being done. And there's nothing but deception surrounding this. I'm about to go through with a fucking lawsuit. I'm gonna sue all you bastards watching me. I'm gonna actually get it to go through because I got serious dash cam evidence, phone camera evidence, GoPro camera evidence. I'm gonna sue the fuck out of all of y'all. I'm gonna sue you for 80 fucking million dollars. $80 million you gonna face of a lawsuit. Could be higher than that. I'm gonna sue all you motherfuckers for doing that shit. I got dash cam evidence, phone camera evidence, GoPro camera evidence. Times that I got on the phone with the FBI to ask them for assistance and didn't do their job the right way. And this been going on ever since the year of 2022. The FBI allowed me to be set up June 2nd of 2025 from an extortionist that was premeditated upon me. When they received numerous amount of reports before that, that these individuals are trying to use the X to cause me harm to my reputation that keeps on doing things to manipulate shit over catfishing accounts. Y'all need to look into that. Is there someone that's gonna do their fucking job the right way and close the cycle on Holy Spirit? You know what vibes I'm getting? I'll be better off in Germany. I should tell you something. Will someone do their job the right way and close the cycle out? Possibly so. Judgment and Ace of Swords. There's a judge that's gonna make the right decision. As far as these officials, the hell with these officials. A judge is gonna have to be the one to have the power over the situation. As I say, they're gonna leave me alone. Okay, so a judge knows what a Queen of Pentacles reverse is doing. He's got the truth on that. And he's also got the truth on a water sign female here involving my situation. Two females in reverse. So that therefore is going to prove to a judge where the problem is. It's not with me. Females are trying to cause trouble for me. Yeah, exactly. Look, I just got through saying that this is troublemaking energy. Troublemaking and fraud. The Fool reverse. King of Pentacles reverse. There's another one in reverse. Eight of Wands reverse. And the Patient Man reverse. There's a judge out there that knows I'm telling the truth. There's a judge making a right decision on a situation here. That there's two sides to every situation, and it looked like to me I'm believed over all these individuals right here. It's not the judge to sit there and take sides. The judge is going to make a fair judgment, a final judgment. But it looked like to me the judge is in the energy as to say, you know what? There's two sides to every situation, and these individuals coming up in reverse here have had this young man scandalized and scapegoated due to a scam that was done to him. These individuals are the guilty ones. These are all guilty parties that's involved with this, doing this to me. A judge believes me. A judge is judging these individuals right now for causing problems to me, what it looks like. I don't know if it's the local judge or a federal judge. There's a judge that's right there. This judge is not fooled by any type of deception. They know exactly what's taking place. These individuals are held accountable and are at fault for doing that to me. And there's also an organization being held accountable too. Oh, so a judge is could have got involved as to say, you know what? People don't want to do their job the right way. He or she has the authority to make sure that this situation ends. Because it's eventually going to get before a judge, right? Exactly. And I'm getting before it even gets in there, this is what's under judgment right here. These individuals working against me, doing all kind of things to manipulate narratives here with the patient man reverse, hurting me financially, and deliberately sitting there delaying me with conversations that I'm not connected to, involving scamming. He sees that there's a lot of troublemakers in my energy. The right decision is going to come from a judge. A judge is going to be the only one possibly to stand up and do something. What these locals and FBI agents got to say about that, huh? Because the judge is the one that makes the final decision. So, y'all ain't gonna better to say nothing. You could do whatever you want to do. This judge right here knows who's causing me trouble and who's doing what. You understand me? Because I'm gonna tell you right now, they could do all what they want to do. Eventually, all this gonna get before a judge, and the judge has the final say so. The judge is the one that sentences people, not not the locals or the agents. No, they the ones that do the sentencing. And from this energy being here with all these cards in reverse, these females and this King of Pentacles being in reverse, this is where the problem is. And this judge don't like y'all for not doing y'all job the right way with the Three of Pentacles reverse and having this done to me. Why is judgment here? Clarify that. The devil. Judgment could be on a Capricorn right now. A judge could be judging a Capricorn, or this could be a Capricorn judge holding individuals accountable. What is a judge making a decision on, Holy Spirit? What is a judge making a final decision on? Like, or look, Ace of Swords again. I'm also getting a strange energy that a judge may want to speak to me in chambers, in the judge's chambers. Bro, this could be a federal judge. Wants to speak to me in judge's chambers. I'll accept. Okay, so a judge, they're making a right decision on that. They got some crooked authority figures in my energy. This judge knows about it. He knows about there's way too many conflict of interest with the Three of Cups energy. He also knows about a Leo trying to keep it in the dark and trying to relentlessly strong arm a situation where she keeps doing at her job to benefit off of this ex here that keeps harming me and my reputation. With the Six of Wands reversed, this judge is not fooled one bit, bro. Seven of Cups reversed. Mr. James ain't been conversating or contacting anybody from his past. He hasn't been worried about none of these individuals. He don't talk to anybody where he lives at with the Four of Wands. What's your problem, man? So apparently, this is what the if there's a judge here, this could be a feminine judge. The judge is making a right decision, but I'm also getting a judge could be ignoring the FBI agent. The judge don't believe this King of Swords reverse. This couldn't be the same one that came out earlier. Whenever I was channeling that energy, sound like to me it could be putting somebody new on the situation that knows that this individual's. It's like someone looking for someone to take action. A judge trusts me over officials. That's the energy I'm getting from this reading. A judge trusts my word over officials. There's way too many of them that are friends with each other to start with. Why am I getting a? Why did I channel that energy earlier that a judge may want to speak to me in judge's chambers? The Eight of Cups, the Chariot. That's all about walking away, traveling. It's actually a good sign.